ठीक है, चलो शुरू करो. Yesterday's class and day before last week's class on power electronics, we discussed about quadrant choppers. First quadrant, second quadrant choppers were classified into class A and class B. Then we combined those two, class A and class B, in parallel and got class C chopper, which operated in first and second quadrant. And lastly, we discussed about class D chopper, which was operated in first and fourth quadrant. Now today is our last topic on chopper or DC to DC converter. We'll be discussing about class E chopper, which can operate on all the four quadrants, and another chopper which is known as multi-phase chopper. So let's go on with the discussion. So last chopper, the fifth one, class E chopper or fourth quadrant chopper. Okay, sorry for this. Okay, so this is a basic class E chopper circuit, which consists of four choppers or four switches, CH1, CH2, CH3, CH4, and we have a load as well as the feedback diodes. This D1, D2, D3, D4 will act as feedback diodes for your inductor to discharge. And since it will operate in all four quadrants, which we will see in later when we'll do the circuit analysis, we can see all four quadrants are made dark, so that it signifies that it can operate in all four quadrants. So each quadrant will take for study. So for first quadrant we will take for study how this circuit will operate. Then we'll go for second quadrant. Then we'll go for third quadrant. Then we'll go for fourth quadrant, keeping in mind the polarity of the voltage and current in each quadrant. So in first quadrant it will be positive voltage, positive current, like that it goes on for all quadrants, and according to it we'll go on with the study. So next thing is our main circuit. All the same thing is drawn over here, and we have our motor to be replaced by RL E load, so RL EB, and rest remains same. We have a DC supply, four stoppers or switches, CH1 to CH4, and four diodes, D1 to D4. So quadrant or one operation, how it operates. You should remember this operation means this bold thing which I have written over here. You should remember always, then only if you satisfy the bold thing which is written over here, then only quadrant one operation is possible. Okay, otherwise quadrant one operation can't be possible. This is the main criteria for operating the class E chopper in quadrant one. This one. Okay. Now see, what is my criteria now? CH1 is on and off. That means CH1 is switched on once and then it is turned off, or it is operated. CH4 is always on, and CH2 and CH3 are always off. This is the condition which will be applying to get quadrant one operation in class E chopper. So if you go to the figure, previous figure, CH1 is on and off, right? This is on and off. Once it is on, once it is off. This CH4 always on. So this will always remain in the circuit. These two are always off.
Class C na class E?
Sorry, class C however. Okay, class C. Change to class C. Class C. CH1 and CH4. CH4 is always on. This is on and off. These are always off. So if this is off, this is off. Diodes will be used for discharge, so no need to think about the diode right now, what is happening with the diodes and all. Okay, so this is always on, this is always on. So this part of the circuit always remains in the circuit, present. in quadrant 1. This part of the circuit is always present in quadrant 1 operation. Now this is on and off. So once it will be on, so current starts flowing from EDC plus, goes from CH1, goes through this load, through this CH4, back to this minus. So if this is on, this is on, these are all open, so you can understand no current will flow. So current will flow in this direction, go in this direction, go in this direction, and come back to negative. So this part of the circuit remains when CH is on. CH1 is on and CH4 is on. So see, CH1 is on, CH4 is on. Current starts flowing from EDC plus, goes in this direction, goes in this direction, goes in this direction to the minus. If you recall the previous figure, see I0 is entering my load. So if my current enters the load, this will be positive. If I0 enters the load, this terminal will be plus, this terminal will be minus. So if this is the polarity of V0 or E0, whatever you take, then only my output voltage will be positive. So we'll go to our main figure now. So CH1 is on, CH4 is on. So current starts flowing I1 in this direction and goes in this direction and to minus. So I1 is having the same direction as I0, which is drawn in the main figure, this direction. So it is treated as positive. Since I0 is entering in this direction, this will be plus, this will be minus. So V01 will be EDC, and if we compare V01 polarity with the V0 drawn in the previous figure, this side was plus, this side was minus. So V01 will come out to be positive. Now if we apply KVL, V01 will be equal to EDC. So V01 is equal to EDC positive. So positive voltage, positive current. Now going to this figure again. Now this is off. CH1 will be off. Previously it was on. Now it is off. This is off. This is always off. So no need to take care of it. This is on. So CH4 is on. Now inductor has to discharge. Can you tell me which diode will be on? D1, D3, D2, D4. Among these four, which diode is on? Inductor current will be flowing in this direction only because current direction doesn't change. So which diode among D1 to D4 will be on for I0 to flow in this direction?
D4.
হ্যাঁ শুনতে পাচ্ছি না হ্যালো
D4.
D
D4.
D2 D2. See, current will flow in this direction, go in this direction, D2. Through D2 it will complete a path through this CH4. So only this part of the circuit remains now while discharging. Okay, so we'll go to the main figure. See, RLE flows current I02 in the same direction, CH4 goes back to D2 and this flow. So now inductor discharges. I02 and I01 has same direction, so I02 is treated as positive. V02 will be VD2 plus VCH4. So both if considered ideal as steady state, V02 will be 0. Now, if you do the average value, V01 positive, V02 is 0. So positive plus 0 will give a positive average value. I01 is positive, I02 is positive. So if you take the average value of I0 also, it will come out to be positive. So positive voltage, positive current after taking the average of these two. Okay, so positive current, positive voltage. Which quadrant? First quadrant. Positive voltage, positive current. First quadrant operation. So this condition you have to remember. I'll tell you a easy way how to remember it later. But for now, we have to remember this much. Then jumping on to quadrant 2 operation. That's quadrant 1.
সুইচ অন মানে কি সেটা শর্ট সার্কিট না ওপেন সার্কিট?
কোনটা কোনটা?
মানে সুইচ অন মানে কি সেটা ওপেন সার্কিট না শর্ট সার্কিট?
মেইন ফিগারে আছে কোনটা বলছে CH1?
না মানে ওই যে আপনি যে বলছেন সুইচ অন সেটা মানে কি ওপেন সার্কিট না শর্ট সার্কিট?
সুইচ 1 মানে
সুইচ অন সুইচ অন
সুইচ অন মানে শর্ট শর্ট। সুইচ অন মানে হচ্ছে
সার্কিট মানে উল্টোটা পড়তাম। সার্কিট থিওরিতে তো মানে উল্টোটা পড়তাম, মানে ওখানে সুইচ অন মানে ওপেন সার্কিট বলা হতো।
সুইচ অন মানে তো শর্ট সার্কিটই। মানে এটা অন হলো মানে তাহলেই তো কারেন্ট ফ্লো করবে পুরো সার্কিট দিয়ে, অফ
ও
হলো মানে ওপেন থাকবে। মানে আমি ওই
ও
হিসাবে
স্যার
বলছি,
আগের ফিগার
আমি ওই হিসাবে বলছি। হ্যাঁ
ও
স্যার,
সুইচ, হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, যখন চার্জিং হচ্ছে তখন D1 আর তখন D1 D2 D3 D4 ডায়োড গুলো অফ আছে,
অফ আছে কারণ চার্জিং এই সোর্স থেকে হচ্ছে, এইদিকে কারেন্ট ফ্লো হবে না, এই প্লাস
কারেন্ট
থেকে
ফ্লো হবে না।
মাইনাস হবে না, ওর
হ্যাঁ
জন্য সুইচটা
কিন্তু
অন এর মধ্যে দিয়ে CH1 অন এর মধ্যে দিয়ে RLEB দিয়ে CH4 দিয়ে গিয়ে এই নেগেটিভে
হ্যাঁ
চলে আসছে।
হ্যাঁ কিন্তু মানে D2 টাকে আমরা অফ বা অন করছি কিভাবে?
D2 টা একমাত্র এই ইন্ডাক্টর যখন সোর্স হিসেবে কাজ করবে, ইন্ডাক্টর
হ্যাঁ
যখন সোর্স হিসেবে কাজ করবে, এই ভোল্টেজটাও একটা সোর্স হিসেবে কাজ করছে, ইন্ডাক্টর আর এই
হুম
ভোল্টেজ, এই পুরো এটা সোর্স
হুম
হিসেবে যখন কাজ করবে এই D2 টা অন হয়ে যাবে। মানে তোমার
না মানে ফার্স্টে
হুম,
মানে আগের ফিগারটা বলছেন।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এটা।
হ্যাঁ এইখানে মানে CH4 থেকে যখন
ও তুমি
চার্জিং
বলছো
হচ্ছে
এই
তখন CH,
D2 অন হয়ে
হ্যাঁ
যাবে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
না না,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ইন্ডাক্টর তখনও ফুললি চার্জ হবে না, এই ভোল্টেজটা এর থেকে বেশি নয়, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে এইদিকেই
না
কারেন্ট,
কিন্তু কারেন্টটা তো ফ্লো যখন করছে তখন তো ডায়োডটা ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াসে পেয়ে যাচ্ছে।
ওরকম ভাবে সার্কিট অ্যানালাইজ করে না, মানে কারেন্ট এরকম ভাবে গিয়ে এখান দিয়ে গিয়ে, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস পেয়ে যাচ্ছে তো এখানে, কিন্তু এই যে এটা তো প্লাস
হ্যাঁ
থেকে এন্ড হয়ে, প্লাস থেকে শুরু হয়েছে, এ তো মাইনাসে
হ্যাঁ
এন্ড হবে,
হ্যাঁ
তাই তুমি বলছো এইখানে এর মধ্যেই
ও
সার্কিট
আচ্ছা
এন্ড হয়ে
আচ্ছা
যাবে কি?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ইন্ডাক্টর তো চার্জই হলো না, তাহলে কি করে
হুম
মানে
হুম
ও ডিসচার্জ করে যাবে? মানে ওকে তো চার্জ হতে
হ্যাঁ
হবে আগে, পুরো পাতটা প্লাস থেকে শুরু হয়েছে, তাই মাইনাসে শেষ হতে হবে,
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
ওর জন্য
হুম হুম
ডায়োডের
হুম।
মধ্যে দিয়ে যাবে না। হ্যাঁ
আর ওইখানটাতে কোনো কানেকশন নেই তো, এই D1 D2 আর মাঝে যে তারটা যাচ্ছে ওইটা কোনো নোড
D1
নয় তো?
D2 হ্যাঁ তার সব শর্ট সার্কিট, এগুলো সব শর্ট সার্কিট।
ওটা ওটা শর্ট সার্কিট মানে নোড আছে
হ্যাঁ মানে
ওখানে?
এইটা কমন নোড, এটা যদি আমি এটা করি এটা কমন নোড, বুঝছি কমন নোড, এই নোড গুলো কমন, এই যে
আচ্ছা
এরকম যেরকম কমন নোড আছে
হ্যাঁ
কমন
মানে
নোড।
ওইটাও ওখানে ওরকম নোড হবে একটা।
হ্যাঁ 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 নোড হবে নোড হবে, ঠিক আছে। আহ, এবারে দেখো চপার quadrant 2 operation. Now we'll go for quadrant 2 operation. Now again very important this condition, CH2 on and off means it is operated, either it will be on either it will be off. Then CH1 CH3 CH4 all the remaining switches that are there are always off. Okay, so only CH2 is on. Now if you go to the main figure, তাহলে এখন কি হচ্ছে, only CH2 is on, কোথায় CH2 CH2 is on, এটা on, yes. These are all open, so no need to take care of this. So again CH2 is on, inductor will start charging. Now this is off, this is off, this is off, source connected nahi, তার মানে this EB is acting as my source, so what will happen, this EB will force my current through the inductor or charge my inductor in this direction, so current flow will start in this direction. Now if this current flow starts flowing in this direction, which diode will be on? Because switch is not on,
D4
CH1 CH3 CH4 is not on, obviously this circuit has to complete a path, because it's starting from this positive and it has to end at this negative, obviously at D4 it should be passing through D4 and completing its path over here. So this is my circuit starting from EB, current force in this direction through CH2 D4 back to EB minus. So this is my circuit, CH2 D4 back to EB minus. Now see current I not one direction, it changes, right? I'm not going to the main figure and showing you again and again. I not one, if you recall, it is changing, so it will become negative. What will be V not one is nothing but VCH2 plus VD4, which is 0. Now CH2 was on, now CH2 will be off. Now what will happen when CH2 is off? We'll go to the main figure again, then come back to this figure. Now all the switches are off, all these switches are off. This inductor and my EB, which was previously acting as my source, the inductor is now charged, so inductor and EB now acts as my primary source. So minus connected to this minus, this is automatically kept on. And previously when in which direction my current was flowing, in this direction, right? So my current will now flow in this direction only because inductor will discharge in this direction. If current was flowing in the charging case in this direction, this side was plus, this side was minus, right? Now in discharging case, this side will be plus, this side will be minus. So if you go from this side to this side, there is a rise in potential. So this point will be plus and this point will be minus of your output voltage, because both these voltages gets added. So plus connected to this D1, so D1 gets turned on. So if D1 is turned on, your source gets connected. So in this case, obviously, my load voltage should be greater than your EDC for the current to flow in this direction. Okay. So V0 should be greater than EDC for the current to flow in this direction. And this is on because means this process is completed through diodes D1 and D4. So this process is completed by D1 and D4. Now this side polarity is positive, this side is negative as shown. So polarity is retained, means polarity terminals are retained. So V02 will come out to be positive, nothing but EDC. And I02 direction and I01 direction is same, so obviously it is negative. So up to this quadrant 2, anybody has any doubt? Quadrant 2 operation, you can ask. You can take the average value, then what you will do? Take the average value in semester exam, you will write after this. Taking the average value of V0, we will get positive voltage, and taking the average value of I0, we will get negative current. Hence, positive voltage, negative current means second quadrant operation. This is what you have to write after this. I have not written this, you have to write in exam. তাহলে second quadrant operation সবার বোঝা গেছে, I think so. আচ্ছা, একটা জিনিস মনে রাখতে হবে। কি করে মানে একটা ছোট্ট small thing I'll tell you how you should remember. Quadrant 1 operation is when CH1 is operated, right? 1 so on plus off. Quadrant 2 operation, CH2 is operated, on plus off. Remaining switches I'm not coming into it, we'll come to it later. I'll show you how to remember this also. But whenever we are operating in one quadrant, whichever quadrant you are operating, that switch should be operated, that is on plus off. That's why naming of this switch is very important. Tumi jodi this name, you name this CH1 as CH2, CH4 as CH3, then you will get confused, because you have to operate this accordingly. In order to get operation in quadrant 1, CH1 operated. Quadrant 2 operation, CH2 has been operated. So naming of the switches and diodes are very important, and corresponding to CH2 will be D2. CH1 corresponding will be D1. Like this naming is done. So naming is very important. Now next is quadrant 3 operation. When we are doing quadrant 3 operation, so if you recall the fact what I have told, which switch should be operated? CH3. So CH3 should be on and off. CH2 will be always on, condition over here. CH1 and CH4 are always off with EB terminal reversed. Because last day we had studied in class B chopper, class D chopper, in order to get your negative voltage, because third and fourth quadrant has negative voltage. In order to get negative voltage, we should reverse our EB. So in this terminal, EB is reversed. So see in my diagram, EB has been reversed. Now, if you go to the main figure, this one. So now CH3 is on. CH3 is on. CH2 is also on. This is kept always on. So current starts flowing from this, goes through this. EB terminal is reversed. So this is plus, this is minus, goes in this direction, flows through CH2 back to this negative. Okay, so this becomes my circuit when both switches are on. And when CH3 is off, so current flows in the same direction only, because inductor will discharge in the same direction. This CH2 is always on, so it will complete a path through D4 and complete its discharge. So this is what we'll discuss in our main slide. One second. So see, CH3, CH4 on, CH2 on. CH3 current is flowing in this direction, CH2 back to minus. So I01 direction has changed compared to your main current I0. So I01 is treated as negative. Now current flows in this direction, this terminal will be positive, this terminal will be negative. So voltage polarity has also changed. So this will be a negative voltage.
CH3 টা on plus off কেন লেখা আছে?
Operated, একবার on হবে, একবার off হবে.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ও
Switch can be single pole, single throw switch. It can be one time on and one time off. মানে open circuit আর short circuit. On মানে open, on মানে short circuit, off মানে open circuit. Hello, inductor charged due in this direction. Next inductor will discharge. Current direction will same. So I02 direction is same. Now where it will discharge? CH2 is always on. CH2 is always on. So CH2 remains in the circuit. So this path has to, this current has to complete this path through D4 as discussed. So I02 and I01 direction same, negative. What will be V02? VD4 plus VCH2, which is nothing but 0. If you take the average value of V01 and V02, what you will get? Negative voltage, because negative and 0. So you will get negative average. I01, both are negative. So you will get average value negative. So current negative, voltage negative means which quadrant? Third quadrant. Current negative, voltage negative means which quadrant? Third quadrant. So we have got the third quadrant operation. Any doubt up to this? Only remember this operation, this one, quadrant 3 means 3 should be on and off. Rest all switches will come to know. And EB terminal to be reversed. Last, quadrant 4 operation. So what happens in quadrant 4? So obviously from quadrant 4, according to number 4, so CH4 should be on and off. It can be on, it can be off. So once it will be on, once it will be off, and remaining all other switches are kept off. EB terminal reversed. Now we are going to the main figure. EB terminal reversed. CH4 always on. EB terminal reversed. This is positive, so I'm drawing it length bigger than this. CH4 always on. So current starts flowing from this positive terminal only. So current will go in this direction, clockwise. So the current direction and this I0 direction is same. So current will come out to be positive only. So current flows in this direction and completes this path through D2 and this, because all switches are off. So this acts as my source and charges my inductor and completes the path from the load CH4 D2 back to the load. This is my path. And when it discharges, what will happen? This is off. This polarity, this is changed, right? This is positive and negative. This side is negative. So this positive connected to this D3. So this D3 will be on. There will be a negative over here. So this connected to this D2. So this will discharge through D2 back to the source and complete its path. This is the path of the circuit. So charging is through CH4 D2 and discharging is through D3 and D2. See, charging is through CH4 D2. Current direction and I0 direction same, positive. V01 VD2 plus VCH4, which is 0. Discharging through D3 and D2. V02 is equal to minus ADC as the polarity has changed.
জিরো কেন হচ্ছে ওই দুটো আইডিয়াল বলে?
আইডিয়াল স্টেডি স্টেটে আস্তে আস্তে এটা 0 হয়ে যাবে, কারণ এই চার্জ তুমি যদি কেভিএল ও লেখো এখানে, এটা প্লাস এই দিকে, কারেন্ট কোন দিকে ফ্লো হচ্ছে? এই দিকে, তাহলে এই দিকটা প্লাস হবে, এই দিকটা মাইনাস হবে, তাহলে LdI/dt minus EB হবে অথবা EB minus LdI/dt. So there is always a fall in V01, so it will always decrease. So I02 will be flowing in the same direction, so positive. V02 will be negative. Sorry, this will be negative over here. One second. V02 negative. Negative only. Yeah, V02 is negative. So in the fourth quadrant, what happens? Yeah, negative voltage. Okay. So we'll have negative. So we'll have negative voltage V02, which is equal to minus ADC. I0 will be positive. If you take the average value of I0, you'll get a positive current. If you take the average value of V0, you'll get a negative voltage. So negative voltage, positive current means your fourth quadrant operation. If you have any doubt up to all these quadrants, you can ask. Very important class E chopper. Quadrant 4 operation, quadrant 1 to quadrant 4 operation. Means I can, if in your semester exam, I can ask you, explain a class E chopper. So you have to explain all these quadrants by drawing all this figure. Main figure you have to draw it. Main figure, this one you have to draw it. No need to draw that figure. But in this figure you have to draw it. This quadrant you have to draw it in your copy. And all this figure should be drawn. Each quadrant has 2 modes of operation. All this should be drawn. So up to quadrant 4, any doubt you can ask. এখন অবধি whatever we have studied up to now, can anybody, next slide will be my comparison of the modes. Okay, quadrant 1 to quadrant 4. We'll make a comparison and I'll tell you how to remember it very easily. Okay, can anybody, before going into that, can anybody relate anything operation of quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4? Can anybody tell me any relation? How can we remember or how can we understand the operation easily? Can anybody tell me any, except the one which I've told you, that is in every quadrant 4 this will be on and off. Anything you can tell me? Quadrant 4 this is, quadrant 3, quadrant 2, quadrant 1. Any relation between any quadrants you can tell?
কোয়াড্রেন্ট 3 আর কোয়াড্রেন্ট 4 এ ইবিটা রিভার্স হচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ ওটা ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, ওটা ইবি রিভার্স হচ্ছে। Any other thing from the diagram? EB should be reversed, no problem. EB should be reversed, that's the condition. Otherwise you will not get reverse voltage. Okay, we'll jump into it. See, I have made a comparison for you. What happens in quadrant 1? Okay, I'll go to the main figure once. I'll discuss the first point, then go to the main figure. Or we'll discuss from here, no need to go again and again to the main figure. CH1 is on and off because it is 1, 3, CH2, CH3 is all 1 and off. Now this CH4 is always on, CH2 is always on. Okay, I'll just go to the main figure. If you recall, what is the opposite switch to CH1 is CH4. And what is the opposite switch to CH3 is CH2. Okay, so CH1 opposite switch is CH4. CH1 opposite switch is CH4, always on. CH3 opposite switch is CH2, always on. Whatever the remaining switches are, except 2, 1, 3, what are the remaining switches? 1 and 4. 1 and 4 are always off. 1 and 4, except 1 and 4, what are the switches? 2 and 3, those are always on. And another condition should be EB reversed. So if you draw the figures, see both are mirror images. If you compare your figure quadrant 1 and 3, these are mirror images. See, chopper is a mirror image over here. This chopper comes in this side, this is a mirror image. Charging part, discharging part, mirror images. This side was chopper, this side becomes chopper. This side was diode for this figure, this side becomes diode of this figure. So basically quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, 3 are mirror images of one another. This is how you can remember it very easily. Similarly, quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. In quadrant 2, which chopper should be operated? 2. Quadrant 4, which should be operated? Chopper 4. And remaining all other switches are off. Apart from 2, what is there? 1, 3, 4. Apart from 4, what is there? 1, 2, 3. So all are off. See, again charging figure and this charging figure are mirror images. Discharging figure and mirror images. This is how you can relate 2 and 3 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 3 respectively. And if you can write this condition for 2, you can easily write this condition for 4. if you can write this condition for 1, you can easily write for that for condition 3. But this is for you to understand in a better way. Otherwise, there are many circuits in power electronics, so you have to understand each and everything. So it's a very easy way to compare each and everything and study. Okay. So we have ended our class E chopper. Next, our last topic of a chopper is multi-phase chopper. So what happens in a multi-phase chopper? 6 minutes. What happens in a multi-phase chopper? Basically, your multi-phase chopper is combining two choppers as a whole. Okay, we are combining two choppers as a whole in parallel to have a change in this input current. Okay. Now, if I consider the load current to be constant, I0. I have connected a chopper over here, then an inductor, then load, then another chopper over here, then inductor and load. Obviously, there should be a diode for this inductor to discharge. There is another diode for this inductor to discharge. Now, if this chopper is on, can I say I1 is equal to I0? If this chopper is on, means keeping this chopper off, I2 is on, only CH2 is on. So I2 is equal to I0. So what is I? Basically I1 plus I2. So that gives me twice I0. So if you want to have a level increase of your current, you can go for multi-phase chopper. That's how, where you can connect many choppers in parallel. As you want to increase the levels, 5 level, 4 level, you need to attach. If you want to make 4 I0, that means 4 choppers should be connected in parallel. So here a two-phase chopper is only shown. You can connect as many choppers as required. This chopper can be operated in two modes. One is in-phase mode, one is phase-shifted mode. We'll talk about this in the next slides. What is in-phase mode and what is phase-shifted mode. And the inductor current means inductor are chosen very large so that the ripple current is 0, means there is no ripple. So inductor, that's why I'm telling I0 to be constant. That's what is for easy for analysis. So inductor value is considered to be large so that your current becomes constant. There is no ripple in the current. Okay, so that is written, the ripple load current is considered ripple free, hence considered constant. So it will be very easy for studying a constant current rather than taking a fluctuating current. So next, what is in phase operation? What do it means in phase? From the term only it is saying that the choppers, that is this CH1 and CH2 are on and off at the same instant. That means if I want to keep the chopper CH1 for suppose 3 seconds, chopper 2 will also be on for the same 3 seconds that CH1 is on. So in phase operation means that when your on and off occurs at the same instant. So this is equivalent to basically a single chopper operation. So whole circuit behaves as a one single chopper. So CH1 doesn't operate separately, CH2 doesn't operate separately. So I can think the whole circuit as one single chopper. So that's what my second point is written. This operation is a single chopper operation. Now third point we'll discuss from this figure. So what happens when we are taking in phase operation? So if my I1 is the current, if you recall, I1 is the current through CH1, I2 is the current through CH2. So I1 is equal to I0, we have said, when CH1 is on. Similarly, I2 is equal to I0 when CH2 is on. But this I1 and I2 will flow at the same instant because these are on and off at the same instant. So whenever I1 is flowing, I2 is also flowing. Whenever I1 is 0, I2 is also 0. Now what will be I0? If you apply KCL at this node, you will get I1 plus I2. So I1 plus I2 is nothing but twice I0. So there is double of this output current. So twice I0, then 0, then again twice I0, then 0. This is in phase operation. Now, phase shifted operation. What is your phase shifted operation? Now, according to that name only you can understand. Previously was of in phase, means it was operated in same time interval. But now it's phase shifted. Whenever your chopper may be on, that means what I will say, CH1 is on, maybe your chopper CH2 is not on at the same moment only. Okay, maybe it may be on for some period of time during which CH1 is on. So two instances are discussed over here. That means when CH1 is on completely, CH2 will be completely off. This is this instance. See, when CH1 is on, that is we are getting I1 high, I2 is completely zero. Another instance can be when even though CH1 is flowing, means CH1 is on, CH2 also has some current flowing through it. That means for some moment of time, this point, this dotted line to this dotted line, both CH1 and CH2 are on. But what is happening? Their on and off instants are different. Here you can see CH2 is off because I2 is 0. Here I1 is on, so CH1 is on. So on and off time are obviously different, but there can be two cases. So this case, second case is when your duty cycle is greater than 0.5, and first case is when duty cycle is equal to 0.5. So if you look into the figure, first figure, I1, please join the meeting, it will end in few seconds. So I1 is equal to I0 in the when CH1 is on, and during that time CH2 is off, so I2 is 0. During the next interval when CH1 is off, that is I1 equal to 0, CH2 is on, so I2 is equal to what we are discussing when our duty cycle is 0.5. See, 0.5 means total time period is up to this. So half of this is my duty cycle, T on by T. So if you add this 2 now, I1 plus I2, which is nothing but our I, what will be? First we'll get I0, then again because of this I0 we'll get a straight line away. So this comes out to be I0 again. So I is equal to I0 in this case when duty cycle is 0.5. Now when you are taking a duty cycle, suppose is greater than 0.5, that is 0.6 or any other thing. Now there will be a coinciding of when your CH1 and CH2 will be on for some moment of time, that is this point. Okay, so let us recall this thing when at this point we are studying. At this point we are studying. So what is I1? CH1 is on, so I1 is I0. What is I2? I2 is also equal to I0. So if you add I1 plus I2, what you will get? 2i's I0. So we'll get a 2i's I0 during this period. And suppose during this period, my CH2 is off. So I2 will be 0, but CH1 is on. So I1 will be I0. So if you add this 2, what you will get? I0. So from 2I0, it will jump back to I0. Then again, I0 to I0 and go in this fashion. So it will be a pedestal type waveform. So over here, we can get average value in between this. So over here, as compared to your previous figure, where always our current was 2i's I0, here current can be I0 and it can be fluctuating between I0 to 2i's I0. We can vary the current according to our choosing the duty cycle. So over here there is a phase shifted operation which is much flexible. So if you want a desired some current between I0 and 2i's I0, so you can obtain by getting a phase shifted operation with alpha greater than 0.5. So next what I did is a comparison between the two to understand in a better way. So if you look into the figures, what we are getting, I have taken the first figure itself. So where we have I0 over here, that means CH1 is on, so I1 is equal to I0, so I1 is equal to 0 in the next cycle. Similarly, I2 is equal to I0 and then 0, because in phase operation on and off time will be for the same duration, no change in on and off duration. So if you add this two, you will get 2i's I0, which we had already discussed. For this figure, you can observe that alpha is less than 0.5, because you can see T is greater than T on. right? You can understand from this figure only. This much is off, this much is on. So obviously T on is less. So it is less than 0.5. So now what we'll get, magnitude will be I naught only. See, magnitude is I naught only. Now you go on adding this figure, what will for up to this first dotted line, I naught plus 0, you'll get I naught. From this dotted line to the second dotted line, what is this? This is 0, this is also 0. 0 plus 0 gives me 0. 0 over here. This is I naught, this is 0. So I naught plus 0 is I naught. So it is coming into this figure. Now, if you look into this figure, the input frequency harmonics of the current, this is the input current appearing, and this is my time period over here. This is my time period over here. The harmonics input in frequency harmonics in the input current and the switching frequency. This is my switching frequency, how my switch is on and off are same. Both are having the same switching frequency, because in one complete cycle over here, this harmonics current also completes is one cycle. One complete cycle is obtained over here also. Up to this, one complete cycle is obtained. But over here, if you see the time period, switching frequency is this much. Up to this, if I take, so I'll get a figure for this over here. For the input current, figure will be this over here. So frequency of this harmonics or the ripple current will be twice that of this. You can understand this. Why it is twice? Because in one cycle, there is two waveforms repeated over here. So if you think of a rectifier, if I take a full wave rectifier, this is my sine wave. My output is this one. If this frequency is how much? 50 hertz. What will be the frequency of this? 100 hertz. So that is what I am telling you. So over here, since in one complete cycle of your switching frequency, there is twice your input current. So frequency of the harmonics in input current is twice the switching frequency, whereas this is equal to the switching frequency. Now, current amplitude, if you, from this figure you can't understand, from this figure you can easily understand. Current amplitude can be twice I naught, between I naught to twice I naught, you can vary it, right? But over here, current amplitude will always be twice I naught. You can't vary it. Okay, that is what my second point is written. Okay, it is always double and it is between I naught and twice I naught, or half of this, because it is double, half of this is I naught. For this operation it is I naught, or you can write it, it can range between I naught to twice I naught, no problem. Another point, very important, because of this what happens? Because of this because of this point, what happens? Harmonic switching frequency, what happens? If there is a change in frequency, you could, if you recall your buck boost or buck boost inductor and capacitor calculations, all were inversely proportional to your frequency. You go to all the slides which I have given, I think you should have made notes up to now. All the quantities, inductor and capacitor calculation, that is my filter calculations, were inversely proportional to our frequency. So as your frequency will increase, size of your filter will decrease. Since in phase shifted operation your frequency is higher, the size of the filter will be reduced. That is, inductor size, capacitor size, whatever we are using will be reduced. So your phase shifted operation is much more preferred than your in phase operation. Okay, your inductor component size will reduce, cost of the size will, means cost of the whole circuit apparatus will reduce. So that's why in phase operation, phase shifted operation is much more preferred. And besides, you can have a variation of current from I naught to twice I naught. That is why you can go for it. Okay. So this is basically your discussion about your multi-phase chopper. Some advantages and disadvantages I have written over here. You can go through it. Size of the filter, input current ripple, all things are written. But over here, what is the disadvantages is commutation circuit will be required extra. What is commutation circuit? Is basically your switching off circuit. That is madam's part. I'll just tell you what happens. If you are taking a thyristor over here, thyristor is turned on by giving a gate pulse, no problem. But in order to make it off, we have to bring the current through the thyristor below some value, that is called holding current. That is only in case of DC. Okay, in AC there is already a negative voltage applied across this, it will be off. But in DC, only positive voltage, positive is always connected to positive. So you will say that why, how is chopper off? You have to make that chopper off by using a commutation circuit. So if you go on increasing the number of chopper levels, it is two-phase chopper. So if you go on increasing the number of choppers, if you increase 4 or 5 choppers, so you have to use different commutation circuits for different choppers, for which case phase shifted operation, because in phase operation there is not a problem. One commutation circuit can be used for both this, because these are off at the same time. This is one advantage of your in-phase chopper also. But in phase shifted operation, during this period CH2 has to remain off. During this period CH1 should be remained on. During this period CH1 should be off. So separate commutation circuit should be present for each chopper. Okay. Complexity in control logic, that means your on and off period, if it is different, then their control logic, how it should be made on, how it should be made off, using what circuits, what should be my delay. You should have a large complicated calculations. And obviously this is a control logic, same point I've written in third one. So I'll remove this part. This is very important. These two are very important. There will be extra commutation circuit and complexity in control logics. Okay. So up to this, we have discussed about class E chopper and multi-phase chopper as a whole, and this completes my complete chopper portion. Chopper portion is completed.